Excuse me. No, you're not allowed to buy. That's a not approved use of the binder.
I'm reading the binder you left here.
I did leave that binder here.
Wait,
I have so many, but I have something you don't know about me. I have access to many binders.
Nice.
So I'm very a versatile person.
Do you work at like Staples or something?
No, at my job, they're pushing them on me. They're like, please take the binder. And I'm like, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll take a few. Who knows?
you have my questions written down.
You don't have anything right. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's Josh and Jess here from God Hates Unicorns, and we're here with another very exciting round of bands and artists we like and support that aren't as good as God Hates Unicorns. It's just the name. That's the name of the show. And we're not changing it. And here with us today, we have OrangeG.
Okay, thanks for having me so much.
Oh my God, thank you for coming. I got to listen to your stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, I was like listening on Spotify, and just today I actually Facebooked and looked at everything, and I'm like, holy shit, that's one guy.
Yeah. That makes my day to hear. Yeah, I'm so happy that was a surprise to you.
It was like today before the interview, and I'm like, let me learn a little bit more. Wait a minute. Like I've listened to the songs, but like, let's check out what this band is doing. And I'm like, oh my God, that's holy shit. So props on that. I mean, first of all,
thank you.
How would you explain your sound? It's like, I want to say indie, but there's a lot of different elements in it, and it's just a really nice mix. And how would you explain that?
I think it's kind of like a mix of yesterday and today. It's kind of like your milquetoast radio station that you would hear in Pittsburgh. It's got some of the cool new stuff, but then some of the oldies and mixed in there too. It's like Bob FM.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But
it's cooler than Bob FM. Bob FM was fine, I guess.
There's some good stuff.
I guess, but anyway.
Every once in a while, it's good. I'd say I can groove out to a Bob FM track. You know, like a.
If I'm in the dentist and Bob FM is going, I am bobbing my head, which is not the best thing to do while you're at the dentist.
Before anesthesia.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happens after the anesthesia.
Okay.
Once the nitrous kicks in, it's all over. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they're playing.
And it's just like, this is my jam.
But I'd say like indie folk is probably like my center of gravity, you know, like a little
I think we should start post everything. Post indie folk.
Post indie folk.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I kind of do like a post Permenti sandwich. You
know,
yeah.
Post Permenti.
And no French fries on top, no coleslaw, French fries on the side.
I feel like you're officially kicked out of Pittsburgh.
You get poutine on top.
No, well, it's technically poutine already because there's cheese on it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
That's true.
Post poutine.
Post poutine.
I moved here like 12 years ago, so I'm not like, I still don't think of myself as like a native Pittsburgher.
Okay, so you can't eat food that doesn't have French fries in it.
That's true. I can, my body can absorb the
nutrients. Your body still, okay, well, that's weird.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Illinois, little college town, couple hours south of Chicago.
Okay.
But yeah, I've lived all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
I lived in Illinois.
Yeah. I lived in San Diego for 6 years, and I lived in Madison, Wisconsin before I moved here.
Yeah, those are very different places.
Yeah, it was really tough to move from tropical paradise of San Diego to,
Madison, Wisconsin. Great cheese, though.
The Arctic air mass that is Wisconsin. Yeah.
What made that happen? And let's not lose this. I've been to Wisconsin. It's not a rumor. Like, they have such good cheese. Like,
yeah. They're serious about dairy up in Wisconsin for sure. It was work. I did grad school in San Diego, and then I did a job in Wisconsin before moving here.
Okay. So you're like an accomplished scholar.
Uh, maybe. It really depends on perspective, I'd say.
Everything is perspective.
Absolutely.
Do you do like, what did you study?
I studied developmental biology in San Diego.
Oh,
Yeah, so embryos and how embryos are patterned and those kinds of things. Yeah.
do you use it now?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I study here. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Why are we talking about music? Let's talk about
I
embryos.
love music. I love music. It's my other love, like I have a science side of my life and I have a music side of my life. And
It's very cool. We all have to have. We're all multi-dimensional people. All of us, I think.
absolutely.
Become 3D.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
started going to actually because I had this stage fright in my science job of presenting results to people. Like you get up in front of everyone, your legs are shaking and you're losing your words
Mhm.
and yeah, so like going to open mics really helped with that. And then during the pandemic, I got like super duper into like going to virtual open mics, and from there it was like, oh, I could actually release music and start like a social media account and all that kind of stuff. So it's like um post pandemic, I'm like way more calm about getting it up in front of a group of students or a group of scientists or going at a conference. Like it's just another performance to me now.
Exactly. So this is all relatively new. When did you start OrangeG?
I started in probably July 2020. Started my social media accounts and yeah, so yeah, just a 2.5 years, something like that. Yeah.
July of 2020 was a shit time to start anything.
Yeah, well, it's like we couldn't do anything, and so
Yeah.
there was a lot of time on my hands, like all the balls that I had up in the air, that I was juggling, fell to the ground, and so like creative outlets became kind of more apparent to me, and yeah, it changed my life. Yeah.
That's so great. Yeah, I feel the same way. And I think for me too, in my work, I work with a medical device company.
Mm.
It definitely it's so helpful because I am constantly presenting and I'm constantly doing things and just making it your stage. Like the whole world is your stage. So I really appreciate that because you can go, it's like now you're in front of all the VPs or in front of all these top scientists, and it's like you have the confidence.
Absolutely, and I think also just like interacting with people that you find impressive
Mm-hmm.
kind of changes your perspective because you just realize that we're all people and we all have all of the same hang-ups and things.
And that's something I didn't know a long time. Like I
Yeah.
felt like other people were like on this higher level than I could imagine. And then
Some of us are.
yeah, like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree that you're at this higher level.
He's just a higher level being. And nobody could ever relate or understand you specifically. But I mean, just we're talking about other right now.
But yeah, those pedestals, we put people on pedestals that are kind of invisible and unbroachable, and it's actually kind of just a construct that we imagine for ourselves.
And I think that it's so important to get to the point where you break that construct because I think that that's what holds a lot of people back is thinking like, oh, but these people, but I am like this hierarchy that you think that you are this thing and you can't be this thing, but everybody's a person.
Yeah, everybody's all fucked up.
Everybody's all
Oh, we're all screwed up. Yeah. Imposter syndrome.
Right? Yes, absolutely. And I think that everybody has it to some extent. And it's funny learning about it so late in life, like just like, oh, yeah.
But I feel like a lot of us kind of like cobbled together some crutches that kind of get us through things, and we're just moving from thing to thing. And so yeah, absolutely, you can see why people kind of never never pull the veil back from their eyes about how it all works, because they're just constantly you know on their crutches.
Mhm.
It's kind of like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, my parents know everything. And you grow up, you're like, my parents don't know shit. But and like adults don't know shit either. They're just faking it until they make it too. And
Oh yeah.
when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, they have answers to everything. Meanwhile, their answers are just bullshit.
Oh my
Like,
God, my daughter's like talks to me about outer space. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff up there. It's like crazy. It's just like, and I listen to me talking, and I'm like, oh, you're like the dumbest, but she's hanging on every word. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
my mom knows everything.
Well, but those are fine answers, especially for where they are right now.
Yeah, and I try. I mean, I know the planets' names. I don't know if Pluto is a planet. I don't
It
know.
was, it wasn't. I think it is again. I'm not sure.
It keeps on going back and forth. What's in a definition? It's all semantics.
It is all
It's
It's a
semantics.
really
there,
big
knows
thing,
that.
right?
It's a thing, and I'd like to acknowledge it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
there. Pluto's a thing. It's up there.
That's going to be that's a God hates unicorns approved message. Pluto's a thing, and it's up there. The end.
Yeah.
I as OrangeG, I endorse this message.
These are controversial takes, but we're here saying them.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So tell us, like, what does it take to be a one-man band? Like, what does that entail?
Yeah, so um, people do it all the time, like in the kind of more acoustic music circles that I run in, open mics, acoustic cafe, Mr. Smalls. There's
Ooh,
I just hosted a house show at my house last night,
ooh,
and there were a couple of solo performers, and people do that all the time. The thing that kind of like got me to open mics in the very beginning was that I got one of these, which is like it's basically like the best harmonica holder that the industry has to offer. And I realized I've been playing harmonica all my life, just kind of informally, never in a band. And I realized when I got this that I could actually play one of these things, because I had one of the older kinds that just kind of like flops around. And
yeah.
this thing, you can really just kind of groove on it. And I was like, oh, this is the thing that can kind of like make me unique, make me set myself apart. And little did I know that like writing good songs is what sets you apart. But um, not like sets you apart, but like that's how you stand out, is like the uniqueness of your songs.
And we had both, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But I started with that, and I've added some like foot percussion, some like foot operated synthesizers and stuff like that. But it's all about just like trying to come up with like a groove and a cohesive presentation as just one person. Something that I'd say, like, for me to consider myself a one man band, that's like what I'm going for.
So you do live performances.
Oh yeah, I play shows. Yeah. And,
That's so unbelievably impressive.
oh, thank you.
It is, like, because we talk to people who do solo things, but it's hard to translate, especially if you're physically playing instruments. Electronically, it's one thing, but like physically playing what you're doing is a whole nother ballgame.
Absolutely. And there has to be, for me to like do what I do and feel like I'm doing a good job, there has to be like a tactile aspect to it. Like, I can't just hit play on something and let it
Yeah.
go. I've got to be, thumping my foot on a kick pedal or something, so like, um, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I do play with a band too.
Yeah.
So I did an album release show back in October and assembled some of my buddies to like back me up on a few songs. And we actually have a show coming up in March at the Ruckus Room. So our band's called Moon Squad. So yeah, that'll be coming up.
What day?
March 10th.
March 10th.
Yeah. Do you know where Ruckus? Do you know where Ruckus Coffee is?
Where's the Ruckus room?
That's a Ruckus Coffee House. It's kind of I forget. It's on Babcock Boulevard, I believe. It's
Oh,
on
okay.
McKnight Road.
Okay. March 10th. That's what, a Sunday?
I don't. I'm looking at my phone. I'm right. I just want to know.
No, it's a Friday.
That's right. It's a Friday.
Well, maybe not. We'll see. If I'm free that day, I'm going.
We'd love to see you there. That would be amazing. Yeah.
McKnight Road's cool. They have 2 adult marts. At least they used to.
The 2 what?
Well,
Adult
the big
marts.
craters in that one.
Yeah, there's the big crater. That's where I got this. I used to work at an adult mart.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. I used to manage one. Thank you.
Nice. Is that where you got all the binders?
No, this is my current job. I get all the binders.
Okay, I thought probably it was, but I thought it would
There's
be
a lot
funny
of
if you
so
got like a lot of empty binders from an adult mart. That would be kind of cool.
Are you still reading it?
yeah.
Oh, it's empty.
If you need a binder contact,
$5 a binder.
what's a binder? Oh my gosh!
We'll put a sticker on it.
We will put a sticker on it. That's solving problems that I have there, that we have here. Now we have new merch. Buy your binder from God Hates Unicorns, or you can sell a binder and put an OrangeG sticker on it.
I could totally do that. That would be like it would be handmade, right?
It would be. I'm taking a
Handcrafted.
whole pile tomorrow, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, we have no more binders." I'll be like, "You don't." Binder problem solved.
Handcrafted on a reclaimed binder.
A previously loved binder, and that is like recycling, and that's very good for the environment.
It's
Yeah,
upcycling.
Biodegradable.
Is it? I don't think it is.
It can be.
No, it's not. It's plastic, and it has this metal stuff.
It's biodegradable.
Nope,
All natural.
not even a little bit.
Organic.
Nope. You could say it is. I guess nobody's gonna prove you wrong.
Everything's organic.
It's non-GMO at least.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's gluten free.
It is gluten-free, I'm pretty sure.
Binder today.
If you're lactose intolerant, you can have this binder.
You can have the binder. I mean, honestly, like you can have this binder if you have leprosy. You can still have it. It doesn't matter. You can have the binder. It's for you.
Where's the other one?
I didn't bring it anymore. I won't know. Anyways.
How long have you all been in the music industry here in Pittsburgh, the community?
You've been in more longer.
I've been playing music for 30 years ish.
Oh my gosh, man.
You
That's
are aging
amazing.
yourself.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Wow,
27
you
years. I've been in bands for about 23 years. As God Hates Unicorns, it's been about 7-8 years now.
Oh
with,
wow.
with different lineups and different, incarnations.
Nice.
But yeah, I started playing piano when I was younger, and went from there to becoming a girl's rock star, and I never stopped.
Nice.
I was much later because I had the veil of like, you can't do this. I had like a weird upbringing situation, but once I was like, oh my God, no, actually, you're allowed. You're allowed. Probably over 10 years now. A little over 10 years now.
Nice.
And I've been with this band since 2020.
Nice. And so the podcast started during the pandemic or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the best waste of 100,000 lives I could think of.
Oh, thank you.
The best what?
Waste of 100,000 lives because now I'm in the band.
Yeah, because she joined during a pandemic. It probably wouldn't have happened if we weren't all like cooped up.
It wouldn't have. So thanks, COVID.
No, thanks, COVID.
Well, it is what it is, and at least we made lemonade, right?
We made the lemonade.
Yeah.
yeah, we've been doing this for a while now, and it's been fun and like.
What?
I was going to see if I pause.
What are you talking about? Oh my God, yeah. So, anyways, I think it's been a lot more funner since I've been here, from my unbiased opinion.
It's been a little better.
But
the AJ is better than the BJ.
I like to call God Hates Unicorns before I'm here the BJ times, and then after I'm here the AJ times. So
I like that. That works.
like, you know.
I can only imagine that it's better that you were in it.
Well, thank you. You have to say that because I'm rich.
Yeah. I'm enjoying talking to you all. So
thank you. And I love the podcast. It's been so much fun for me. That was another thing. It's like, well, you can't have a podcast. Why not? Why not? And then we started this, and it was like just like something fun to do. And then it's like, oh my God, now I think we probably have like at least 70 episodes. And it's crazy. I'm like, so
that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like it's it's been taken off as far as one of like one of the more watched Pittsburgh music podcasts.
And
it's insane.
Don't know why.
And like it's just because like we're during the pandemic, we're like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do to connect with people, promote ourselves? Was the main thing because we were oh yeah, no, but like we were just like doing like dumb videos like with like puppets and like just like random ass like skits. Yeah,
we were. And then we were like, we should get other people involved in this. And that's when we started this. And that's why the name's so ridiculous. But at this point, it's staying.
I love the name. It's so ironic. It's great.
Thank you. It suits us.
It suits us. And like I do feel like people who don't know us are probably like, who are these fucking assholes?
Not at all. Not at all. I saw the title of the podcast and I was like, oh, that's so cute. So it worked on a panel of one over here. So
oh my gosh, where can we can see you in March? Do you have anything else booked as of yet?
See, I'm so bad at this. I had a show every week in January, and now it's like kind of I'm in a desert of like getting things lined up. I got something happening in June. I'll be playing at the Parking Pad in Dormont. It's like a house show venue, and I have a house show that I'll be playing in April. See if I can find the date. I'm so bad. Like I'm going to be looking.
That's why I always pick out my phone in the podcast, which is the weirdest thing ever. And you have shows at your house.
Yeah. So I've been working with Mirabelle Skipworth, who's a acoustic artist here in town, who has a production company, Skipworth Productions, and so like every month or two, we've only done like 3 of them so far, but house show at the house, have some snacks and some booze and just bring people out and have some local acts support a traveling band that's coming through. A lot of the smaller kind of indie bands really prefer the small intimate venue of a house, and it works well. It's like all the proceeds really go to the artist, and
that's awesome. Mirabelle Skipworth is the greatest name in the whole wide world.
She is amazing. Have you all interviewed her yet?
No, I don't even know who she is.
You need to interview her.
I want to. Right this second. Like I already I'm sold.
Yeah. You seen her play?
I've never heard of her.
Oh yeah. Oh,
no, I'm going to after this.
Okay, yeah. Go check her out. She's amazing. She's so good, so inspiring.
I love that. I'm so excited. Yay! But yeah, that's so great, and it is nice to do the house venue because people get stuck in this like, oh, you can come here if you sell tickets. Like it's like,
it's super stressful. I had my album debut show, and like I had to like kind of hustle tickets and like really stressful for your first show like that to like kind of get it all going. I feel like I only have a few of those in me a year.
I have like a 0 of those in me a year. I can't. I just like it's just I don't want to. I'm not a good salesperson. Like I will make you like stuff. Like I love social media and I love promoting and I love stuff, but I'm not gonna be like, buy a ticket.
Yeah. It's
No, I
really
hate
hard.
that. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I like the house show idea.
And I've loved like playing shows booked with friends and such. Like the first time I played in front of people was in like September of 21. Like an actual show in front of people. I was super nervous, but yeah, like I met all sorts of people on Twitter during the pandemic, and have like done a lot of collaborations with them, and so I've played a couple of shows in Cleveland with one of my close friends on Twitter. A band called The Jobs. Actually, I'm wearing their merch.
What is it? What are they called?
The Jobs.
The
Yeah,
Jobs.
The Jobs.
We
So
love Jobs.
they're an awesome band. Kind of like 90s indie inspired kind of
Wow.
band. But yeah, really special playing shows with them and meeting up people that I met during the pandemic on the internet, and like just like either playing shows with them or just hanging out. And yeah, it's been pretty
And none of
cool.
them killed you.
What's that?
None of them killed you. None of them were like this surprise murderer. So that's an extra super bonus.
That's true. That does in some ways reflect my privilege as a dude, that like I don't have to worry about getting kidnapped.
Well, I mean, you do, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah, that's
That's some
true.
catfishing bands.
You should start catching. Even though
I mean, we're not going to do that at all.
we're never gonna.
Never ever will we catfish a band.
But we will like.
We
but
should do that.
we should do that. Also, we're thankfully, this guy's 6'4". But
Nice,
if
nice.
people are like, "Hey, we're a band from Wisconsin. We want someplace to stay." It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, have you put bands from out of town up?
Oh yeah, I've
Nice,
always
nice.
done that when my previous band, this band. Anytime someone's I give them good research.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. Like, he can do that. I can't do that. I can't have a band of dudes just like crashing at my house because I don't have the same
Room.
I don't have the same room. They can sleep on the floor, but I just I don't want to because I'm a girl.
Right. Absolutely. No, that makes sense. I would be probably much less amenable to it.
Yeah, like I'll stay here while the bands are here. We're all here. We're all having fun. But it's just like, no, I don't know you. You're not staying in my house.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've met great people that way though. Like just people I met like in the MySpace days, back in touring and stuff. It's like, hey, we're coming to Pittsburgh. Want to play a show? It's book one, and I'll just like, hey, you can stay with me. And now one of my good friends in music is like doing his thing, and I'm like, we're on his coattails.
No, that's not what we do when we have friends that are successful.
Oh, it's not, okay. I'm gonna be his friend.
Yeah, you still just okay. Anyways, that's not what you do. You just are happy for them.
Yeah, I'm very
Absolutely. The rising tide, it lifts all boats, right?
Yes. No, I've always supported everybody, and it's great to help people when they're touring because they need it. They're hard up on money because they're probably everything's DIY. You want to make sure you have a place to stay, have some food for them, some beer in the fridge.
Exactly, and no, and I don't want to be an example. Like, don't do that. It's just like you do have to also watch yourself. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't have strangers stay unless you research them thoroughly. And don't get catfished by anybody.
Unless it's us, then do it.
Nice.
So, what advice would you give to somebody who kind of has that veil, who kind of doesn't is nervous, is interested in starting in music or interested in starting in any artistic process, but is like, I don't know, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, I would first off tell them that we all feel like imposters. So I think that's one move to show a little bit of vulnerability. You don't even have to leave your house. So, like, one of the things that got me out of the door was I started before the pandemic. I was going to Hambones down in Lawrenceville for open mic, and that's a really low key like open mic. That was, but then when the pandemic hit, they went virtual, and I did my first Hambones virtual open mic back in like May of 2020. And that's really what got me going. And they're still going virtual. So they're on Zoom every Tuesday night. And, it's like they've got people from all over the world that just like come and play a couple songs. So it's pretty
That's
low
so
key though.
cool. And can you do bands? Like, can you have like if you're like a band starting out, can you also?
Yeah. You can stream your band. You got to get your audio all set up
Mhm.
properly. Like, there's settings in Zoom for getting the best sound. I end up like putting my mic through a mixing board into an interface so I can get a little reverb and like um, it's but it's not too hard.
That's awesome. And yes, just do it. I think just try. You
Yeah.
know, absolutely. And everybody's a person. Everybody feels the same way you do. Oh man. So thank you so much. This is OrangeG. We appreciate you. We can't wait to see you soon.
Thanks
And
for having me.
thank you so much for coming on. You're awesome. Everybody, follow the links below
March 10th, go see them.
at the Ruckus
Ruckus Room.
At the Ruckus Room.
Room.